few they added. The greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Master of the Spinebuster. Was I right? And the Enforcer. Arn Anderson, right? Yep, I was right. Arn Anderson. I don't know, the shape of his head kind of made me think, is that Arn Anderson? That's freaking cool. And I muted it, but it has the Four Horsemen music too. I can't believe they got the rights to that. That's freaking awesome. So let's just look at this real quick. Where is it? There it is. Oh, that is just so awesome. I can't wait to see what he looks like in the game. I hate to say it because this is such... I'm so hyped for this game. And I've said why they've done this a bunch, but having all the real wrestlers as DLC could hurt the project in the long term. Like when the game comes out and people see that all the real wrestlers are DLC, they might turn people away from it. They're like, well, why do I have to pay for all the wrestlers? Depending on the price. Like they might have a version of the game where it's just all in one, right? It's all in one. And you get all the future DLC, kind of like Season Pass, like they do with Street Fighter and stuff like that. If they go that route, that'd be pretty cool. But I wonder how the pricing is going to work. Because if they're going to, let's say the game's $40, right? And then to get all of the DLC wrestlers, it's going to be like $60. So an extra $20, depending on how many they add. That way you could buy who you want and get the game cheaper, or you can buy it all. Kind of like the WWE games do with their DLC. So I'm really curious how they're going to approach monetization of this game. Because right now, it's not a bad look. It's just people want everything for free, and going this route, people are going to complain. I don't care. They got a freaking 100 original characters, which I like more than real wrestlers anyway, because I like to create my own wrestlers, original wrestlers. But the masses of wrestling fans, and that's the problem with wrestling game fans, everybody likes different stuff about wrestling games. A lot of people like playing as the real wrestlers, their favorite wrestlers. A lot of people like creating stuff like me. A lot of people like recreating what they see on TV verbatim, like with no originality whatsoever. That's okay. A lot of different strokes for different folks. I get it. Anyway, with the addition of Arn Anderson, I wanted to go over to their website and kind of look at their character roster, because they did update a little bit. If you click on it, it still just goes to the first dude here, blue collar. But I just want to give you an idea of what's going to be in the game, I believe at launch. And even though all the real wrestlers sound like they're going to be DLC, which is a bummer, I get it, look at what they're going to have on day one. There's got to be a character here that you can relate to, that you like, that should make up for the real wrestlers not being on the roster. So not included with the base game. You had to pay extra. Whatever. Anyway, so let's just go through this real quick. We got... I'm not even going to say the names. I'm just going to scroll down and just show you, because I'm going to sound like an idiot reading off some of these. I'll point out the ones I really like. Like, I like these two guys a lot. I always like the masks and the face paint gimmicks, because it reminds me of like superheroes, comic characters. I really like that. This guy's pretty cool, like Ancient Greece dude. Let's see. I like the blue beard. And this is really cool because this is one of Hal Haney's designs. If memory serves me correctly, because in that first trailer, these were the characters that he had, like the dummy characters. I'm glad he's keeping them in there instead of just replacing them all with Hal Haney's awesome creations here. And I think the big bads, if they go the route of having like a final boss, like a fighting game, I'm going to say Brutalia Gore and Garud Densai. I think I'm saying that right. Garud Densai. I think those two are going to be the big bads, because Hal Haney keeps posting about this character and how he's seen the character model. And this is like the first one that Hal Haney's making. I forget the other one. I think it was her also. These are the first two that they're making, and he's seen them. He says they look awesome. I'm guessing those are the two of the big bad. But anyway, let's go back up here where we left off. I love this face paint. Can't wait to use it on a created character and totally. Hopefully they have a layer system so you can layer stuff. And then I mean they got. I mean look at this. They got everything. They got like a Shawn Michaels. They got a Spike Dudley guy. They got like a Ken Shamrock. Like the old school, you know, wrestler. That's awesome. Let's see, Flash Elliott, Gentleman George. They pretty much got a character for pretty much everybody. And that's what I'm trying to get my point across as is there's got to be a character here that you can connect with if you don't like making your own characters, even though they're not the real wrestlers. Give the game give it a chance. Because if you've been missing that Aki feel, that's what he's going for, but updated and modernized. So it's not, you know, feels like a 20-year-old game. He's bringing the Aki gameplay to today, and that has me beyond excited. And I like how they have hyper-focused games, man, kind of like they had Aki Man. Cool Hail Rider guy. Cool luchador. I love that helmet. It looks freaking awesome, like right out of a comic book. They got like the greaser, the punk chick, Johnny Cougar. This kind of looks like one of the guys I used to wrestle with. I forget his name, but he was an okay guy. La Cobra, Lace. There's a lot more ladies on here now. That was one of my, and he's got like this guy that's kind of like Roman, but more jacked. King Koa. That's awesome. I really wish these pictures like would load up the whole thing. Lunar Loba. That's cool. I love the cat mask. That's awesome. Or is that a wolf? Might be a wolf because of the pointy ears. Looks cool regardless. And this guy reminds me of the guy from the Allstate commercials, Mayhem. He just looks like that dude. He was also in, what is that, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the Vulture. That kind of looks like him. I wonder if that's what he was going for. That's awesome. And my favorite character that they've added so far has got to be this guy, Max Rad. He reminds me of Clint Streiser, my main character that I make every year, and since the original games. So I can't wait to use his mask. Hopefully you can fully colorize it and change it yourself. And I hope you can import masks too, because I don't want to just use their stuff. I want to use stuff I've made too, you know. Hopefully you can, like I said, combine a bunch of different masks that they have in the game, like his face paint. I believe that's face paint. Let's see here. Who else has face paint on? Her face paint. Like if you can layer the face paint, that's crazy. That's really cool. Her face paint, like layer them together to make your own. That's how I do it in the other games, because I can't draw worth a damn. Man, if I could have any skill, any ability, or any talent, it'd be the talent to draw. Because my favorite thing to do in any game is to make my own character, but I can't draw worth a damn, which really sucks. Anyway, so yeah, go check out this website. There's got to be a character here you can relate to that you would like to play as. Oh, cool, they got like a Bruce Lee character. That's awesome. The big John Studd looking guy, Thunder Rogers. These are so cool. And then they got freaking Alien. Ah, it's so awesome. Tom Towers, VIP. And then they got cool, what do you call that? Circus people. It's just, there's just so many cool things to look forward to in this game. I'd hate for people to be like, well, there's no real wrestlers in it that are on the base game. Why should I play it? Blah, blah, blah. Well, look at this. This is amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching. And stay frosty.